Alrighty then. So today we are continuing with more Sky again, as if the past I say, quite few videos have not just been of Sky. Yeah, it's been a lot. I've played a lot of this I played this daily, as I've said before, but, yeah. Very interesting. We've pretty much caught up to where we have been into the present is what I'm trying to say. So, like, right now, this is going to be the most recent video, pretty much on part with where we are presently. I'm filming this, like, half of a week before. It is March 3rd. This is going to go up, like, this following Tuesday. And from here on out, I'm not entirely sure how concurrent this is going to be, specifically with my schedule. Because most of the series was filmed in January, a little bit in February, and my schedule gets more busy from here on out as well. So I don't think I'm going to be continuing the Tuesday-Thursday thing. I will try to, but I'm going to keep trying to do maybe like one Sky video a week at least. I'm going to try to do that. I'm making no guarantees on that. That is not a promise, but yeah. I'm going to keep playing this game, though. I am thoroughly enjoying it. I had a lovely, lovely interaction last night with some random anonymous person that I talked to very briefly, and then we spent like an hour just silently playing the game together. I'm going to throw what I've recorded of it, at the very end of this. If you want to watch any of that, it's just gameplay with another person. And that was last night. That was at like 2 in the morning or something. But, yeah, very, very nice late night gameplay. I will also say the weird analog drift on my DualSense controller has been getting a little worse today, I'm noticing. It was a little worse last night, but yeah, that little, like, turn to the left, just that is happening a lot more now. Like that, just it's a facing thing. It's like I try to position the stick like south, and it, like, you could see I'm leaning that way for no reason, even though I'm making myself kind of go straight south. It's weird. I don't know entirely what's up with that. It's not making me like automatically move, but it very much is making me just like face the wrong way. It's much more noticeable when I'm flying because I'm using much more kind of, as you see, subtle movements as you would when you fly. And sometimes you'll get really, really, really weird jitters that are just ever so slight, then they'll go away. And it's kind of annoying. But that is not the game, that is the DualSense. So I need to look into that at some point. It's not the biggest deal, but it's just like it's one of those little ticks. It's like having an itch in your eye, and it's like, oh, it's not supposed to be doing that. It's annoying. Anyway, what are we doing today? That was a bit of a rambly start. What are we doing today? So today we're going to be continuing some of the main quest stuff, if you could call them main quests. I don't plan on doing like any weird like social investigations into stuff like this. I don't even know what they're saying here. But we're going to be doing... That one is music. That one I can't read. Yeah, we're not going to be doing any of that kind of stuff really today. The Days of Fortune stuff is done. It's all wrapped up. It's just kind of gone. It's fine. I didn't really care for it, as I made clear previously. And, what was that? Oh, I guess... Oh, someone took off from here. People are loading in. Okay. Currently in the game, there's a lot of people over there. Currently in the game, the light mending stuff is still going on. There is a new light mending thing we will do later today. And we might do some other stuff as well. Right now, I kind of want to do this. I honestly don't remember if this guy is part of the main stuff that we're supposed to be doing, because I couldn't find this person in Avery to like teleport here to, so I came here manually. And yeah, we're just gonna do this guy's quest line here at the Ark, and when we're done with that, we're gonna do the light mending for the day. And if for some reason it's really short or something, we're gonna do another batch of quests somewhere. Maybe at the treehouse. There's some interesting stuff going on at the treehouse right now. I interacted a little bit with that with the person that I interacted with last night. That's in the video at the end of this if you want to watch any of that. But yeah, we're gonna get started on this. This spirit seeks blue light. Rumors point towards a frozen mountain lake. Can I just give him the blue? Oh, like a blue light, literally like a sphere. Okay. Well, frozen mountain lake. Right. We're doing this quest line today because I remember us starting this maybe a few weeks ago and just not continuing it because we got sidetracked with the Days of Fortune stuff, the light mending stuff, my schedule being really, really busy of late, and I just haven't gotten around to it. Frozen Lake. I mean, there's a couple of those, that's the thing. There's one down in the village where you first enter. There's one down here. There's another... The Citadel is kind of on top of a frozen one, I think. No, it's not. That's a Cloud Sea. I mean, I guess it's just the one at the bottom down here. What am I doing? I've already been through here earlier today. Let me up. Let me up. Let me get my wax. Thank you. And yeah, we don't have to worry about getting, like, candles or any of that kind of stuff today. I've already done that earlier, so... We're just doing missions. No dailies or anything. These were the dailies if you want to take a look at what they were. A blue light. I see nothing here. Would it be underneath the lake? Oh, you sly fools! I thought so. I love how it just popped out as soon as I was about to go check on that. I mean, now I'm glad I started at the Ark for us to begin that, because now we still have to go all the way back to the Ark again. But yeah, today is mostly just going to be doing some mission stuff. Because I've been kind of ignoring that for the past, I think, like 2 or 3 parts, really. It's been mostly just kind of screwing around, which is fine. But it's been a few weeks for me, personally, and I'm just like, you know, I should probably do a few, like, actual mission-type things in this game again. Actually, if we have some time after the light mending thing, I might try to check up on that friend that I made last night and see if we could invade their game, as it were, as if this was Dark Souls, you know. Because you're able to, from the Constellation map, ask if you can, like, enter another player's session, quote-unquote, their instance of the game. So we might look into that. The player, this thing is like, they're anonymous, so I don't know like their actual name or anything like that. I probably won't ever. But I gave them an automatic name, and, well, I gave them an automatic name, and I didn't really care for it, so I just shortened it. It automatically went to like Zuhort or something like that, or Zuhwanda or something. I don't know how to pronounce it. So I just shortened it down to Shu. Shu. I just shortened it to Shu, so X-U, Shu. So we might check in on Shu later. Not sure. One other thing that, since I've been uploading the more recent parts with this pop filter being added to the mic, because of the way that this is mounted, I do notice, because like this is a part of why I wear a headset, is like so I can move my head around and such and not have to always like be close to the microphone. I can move my head wherever I want and the mic is always in the same place, so it's always the same audio quality. But with this new attachment on the headset, because of how heavy this thing is, it's not like resting on the mic itself, and it's not like resting on the mic. I don't know, it's not really a pole, but like just the mic stand on the headset itself. But because it's kind of just floating ever so close to it to get in position here, sometimes I'll like move my head to the right or something and it will then make contact with it. So I did notice through the past part or two, the past two like videos, there does occasionally, I'm going to be mindful of this, there's occasionally feedback from this filter making contact with the mic stand, as it were. It's not the biggest deal, it just sounds like this. Just a little bump, but yeah. I am an audio guy, that is literally a part of my job, so I hear that and I'm like, that shouldn't be happening. Whoa! Whoa, okay. I'm actually very, very, very invested in this now. Are you telling me as we progress this quest line, the environment here at the Ark is going to change? I'm going to do this just so I can get some wings back. Alright. Yeah, so... Oh yeah, wait, is this bad water or good water? It's good water! It's making the noise of bad water. It sounds all sludgy and stuff. It doesn't sound watery. Yeah, it sounds really thick and viscous. It sounds like the bad water, the oil. But no, it doesn't hurt us. Okay. Cyan light. It lingers among the early gusts of wind. The early gusts of wind. They had to give us riddles today, huh? Riddle Master, what are your secrets? Early gusts of wind. That does make me think of the Isle of Dawn. So I think we're gonna check the Isle of Dawn. I'm a little hesitant. Okay, we found it. This actually took a little bit of time, so if you noticed a cut there, that is why. I spent quite a little bit of time in the Isle of Dawn, probably about 25 minutes or so, just kind of aimlessly walking around trying to find it, because I assumed it would be in the first area, quote-unquote. And as it turns out, it wasn't, but we just passed through the Isle of Dawn, and there it was. So, we're good. Let's get out of here. I don't need to fill up this video with, you know, 30 minutes of just kind of running around aimlessly. Oof. Even though now we have to walk all the way back to the Ark. Oh, man. This is very much reminding me of the... Like, the previous couple main mission lines have been fine, but the first one with the ice skating champion in the valley, that one... I didn't record really any of that, and it's reminding me of that where it's like, okay, we have to do a thing down in the town, then we have to go back to the Colosseum, then we got to go back to the town, then we got to go back to the Colosseum, but I did all of that before I knew that there was a path between the Colosseum and the town, so I was constantly going between both of them, and it took forever, which is partially why I didn't really record it. But, yeah, this one... I'm not aware, personally, of any fast travel... Like, I know there's a fast travel pin, like a literal physical merch pin that will let you fast travel to the Ark. I'm not getting that, but I'm not aware of any, like, faster routes to the Ark. I think that there's a wind tunnel thing there that I just don't have access to. But once again, it's like, I don't know, and I don't have access to it, so... We have to keep going back and forth. While we're waiting, so... I might have brought this up in a previous part or not, I'm not sure, but for the past couple weeks I've been trying to broker a deal with a Romanian dude I've been aware of as a resource for arts materials. He is based in Romania. He's northwest of Bucharest. And I've been trying to get some weird, rare, old film stock, like Ansco, some weird Kodak stuff, some Azopan, and I've been trying to, with tariffs in the world right now and everything being such a pain in the ass, as I talked at length about that in one of the more recent Assassin's Creed Valhalla parts. I talked about that for like 25 minutes or something, about my arts network. But I finally, the other day, brokered a deal with him to import some of that stuff, and I'm very excited to get it, so I will be using that in my projects coming up, my art projects, and we'll see how that goes. I know how to use it all. I have the chemicals, I know the tendencies with these films, all that. It's just, when am I going to use them, and what am I using them with, and for? I know what I'm using them for, but, like, you know. The arts market, man. The arts material market is a really crazy space right now. It has been for months, but... you learn to deal with it. Alright, what do we got this time? Yeah, I'm really curious, like, are we healing this area? Is it going to be like an oasis, a paradise? What's going on? We brought the water back. Whoa. Okay. We got some of the paddles up and running? We're not fixing the Ark, are we? I would not this is a sedentary object. I would not expect this to be up and running again, but these are fascinating. Whenever I do get the art book for this game, I'm very, very, very heavily considering just doing a deep dive of, like, the lore that's in the book in context with what's here in game. I don't know if anybody's done that yet. I haven't cared to look that up or anything like that, but I'm really, like, interested in doing that. The one annoying thing with copyright right now is that, like, so... And I fully understand it, and it's totally fine, but it's just like, man, this would be great to do as a video, but, you know, you can't. The same way, like, you can't really share music online or anything like that, is doing... It would theoretically be really fun and cool to just do, like, a sit down and look through the art book for the channel, but we can't do that legally or anything like that, because you can't just, like, sit down and read a book on YouTube or anything. That is actually against the law. So it would be fun to, like, play this game and look at, like, I can look at the book and explain some stuff that's going on in the book and relate it to what's going on in the game. That would be totally fine. And that would be really cool as an idea, for, in my opinion, for my interest, because I really am fascinated with a lot of this. The lore, the world design, like, the subtle design work. Like, for an example, like, you see that crest up there? That crest, to my... And that one over there, because there's another ship over there. I wish I had some wings right now. There's another ship behind that sand dune over there. These crests imply that when these fell out of the sky, they hit that sand dune and then skidded to a halt down over here and broke apart, essentially. That's the kind of stuff that I think is really cool. Just like that break in the dune, you don't see a break like that anywhere else aside from right next to it where the other ship is. That's from the ships impacting on that dune and falling over here. Just like the world design like that, that's just subtle, and most people playing this game probably never even noticed that, or cared to notice that. Just really, really thoughtful game design and world design. And all the lore, all this stuff. It's just like, I would love to get my hands on that book and just study it and look at what's going on here. I have seen maybe like 3 screenshots of content from that book, and it's weird because this game implicitly is very silent. None of the characters speak inherently. You can text through the game to other people, but the characters themselves don't speak. This is a vocalless game, aside from, you know, these noises and stuff. But there's just so much dense lore of the world and such. I'm pretty sure I'm right about the vault with people having their souls transferred into the memory spheres. Well, spheres. The memory devices. Kind of like Soma, where before everybody died at the end of that story plot with the last city, people were trying to transfer their souls, essentially, into these devices to preserve themselves in a way. That is extremely just the plot of Soma, which is a fantastic horror game. Go play Soma, it's a great game. But there's all this other stuff like the economy. There's the economy here with the dyes and the power sources, which I'm pretty sure the only time we really see like raw power concentrated that is used to power devices like this is underneath the dunes in the Isle of Mists. I doubt we'll see that today to kind of let me explain what that is, but it's just fascinating. The technology with these rhombuses that you see around, the blue rhombuses, is used to kind of like... They're used kind of as universal devices to be able to use that energy. And yeah, just like the dyes, the elements, just... There's a lot of interesting topics here that just... If you play through the game once, from back to end, and beat the Eden somehow, it's all just not spoken of. It's just kind of there. Which is why I really, really like this game as well, because it's there if you want to pay attention to it. And if you just want to play this through, you don't have to. Aww. Well, there's the drift, as you can see. I'm not touching the controller right now. But, I don't believe we talked with the guy again to get the next mission, which means we have to go back to the Ark again. Okay. Do I have anything else to talk about in the meantime? Well, this is turning out to be more yappy than I intended it to be, but I also didn't realize we would be going back and forth to the Ark so much. I was kind of hoping this mission tree would all stay in the Ark area, but it has turned into a bit of a Where's Waldo. As happens quite more frequently than I ever expected with this game. There's a lot of times where stuff just turns into Where's Waldo in this game. The daily missions alone, but just like a lot of the quests for other characters turns into go into this area on the other side of the game. And I'm like, okay, I haven't played an MMO in 15-ish years prior to this game, and I vaguely remember a little bit of that, but not every single other mission or so. I remember Fusion Fall doing that a lot. Like, anybody else play Fusion Fall? I really played a lot of Fusion Fall as a preteen, and there was a lot of that. You would go to, like, the My Gym Partner's a Monkey area, and it would send you over to, like, the Camp Lazlo area, or back to the Dexter's Lab in Powerpuff Girls area, which would be, like, halfway across the map of the world or something like that. I'm just not used to that kind of logic for extending gameplay, just sending people to the other side of the map to find something on a treasure hunt and then having them to go back. I guess the analog to that for something like World of Warcraft, I don't know if Warcraft does this as well, but I know Warcraft is very grindy. Same with like Final Fantasy XIV. I know that they're very grindy games, so maybe they don't do that as much, but extend the game play time by having you just fight a ton of monsters or something. Because if they didn't do that, then the quest tree would probably take like 15 minutes or something, which for me would be nice, but, you know. They might want it to last like an hour or so. I don't know, man. Since I brought up the film stuff, I got when I imported some film from Germany a few months ago, I also got a patch for Adox, like a iron-on patch for the company Adox out of Germany. And I recently have asked a friend who works at where I do if they would be willing to iron it on and stitch it in, because I want it to be permanent, to stitch it in to one of my jackets. And I am hopeful that that turns out all right. I assume it will be. It's just a patch. Right, let's talk to this guy and see where he wants us to go. Yeah, we didn't talk to him. The spirit needs green light. The fable is that they are gifts to the earth from the sky. Gifts to the earth from the sky. I hate to do this, but at risk of spending another half hour just wandering around in the Isle of Mists, we're not going back to the Isle of Mists, but just at risk of wasting another half hour, I'm actually going to look this up, if it's even something that I can look up. Sky Enchantment Guide. So which one are we on? We're on like quest 3 or something, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is quest 4. If this will even actually... Let me see which one this is. The players are told... Okay, there is an explanation for these. Yeah, I really just don't want to waste another half hour of wandering around somewhere and having to cut that again. Because I kind of want to keep this rolling. I want to get this stuff done and over with in a enjoyable manner. Players are told that the spirit now needs green light, and that the fable is that they are gifts to the earth from the sky. You can find the green light in the bird's nest. Ah. Okay, and I do have a complete quest line dialogue on my phone now, so I can we don't when we get these hints, we can just go to the next area and not worry about, okay, is this going to take an hour to find or anything like that. So I will tell you flat out that if I hadn't seen that, I would have went to the forest, because we just got that previous one here in the area behind this. I would have not thought to go to the prairie to find this. I would have went to the forest, and I would have went to the... what's it called again? I can't bring up the map right now. The floating islands, whatever they are in the forest. Not the forest proper, the area that's kind of like the islands. I can see in a second. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought immediately to go here. The wind paths. I would have immediately thought to go to the wind paths. That's where we would be spending like the next half hour if I hadn't read that. I think after that I would probably think to go to Prairie Peaks, I'm not gonna lie. Because it's more about the clouds, sky, and the earth there. I don't know, that's just where my brain goes to. The bird's nest is not where I would think to go. So, thank you, SkyWiki. You get a lot of stuff wrong, but hopefully you get this right. Let's see. I love how those mantas are just frozen there. Alright. Oh, yep, it's way up there. Oh, man. Oh, man, yeah. We're gonna have to get, like, up to here and really try to get to them. I'm gonna try and recharge off of this cloud. Where'd they go? Yeah, they're just really, really high up. Oh, man. How do you get that? That's crazy. Okay, we got a recharge from somebody here. Yeah, they are not coming down, so we do have to get all the way up there, it seems. Right. Oh, this is ludicrous. The only other thing I can think of is climbing that cloud wall. Just climbing this and seeing if we're going to be able to, like, jump on top of it or not. Oh, that was a fantastic stutter from the game. Yeah, if I wasted like a half hour... Wait, what? Oh my god, there's a kill zone up there. They don't want you climbing. I was like, wait, are we going to be sent back to the beginning? Okay, new lore has been learned. They don't want you climbing the cloud walls here either, which is really unfortunate because I kind of need to, guys. I thought it was going to either teleport us into the next area with the Prairie Village or send us back to the beginning of the area. Because it could have done either, but it just sent us back here, so... Okay. Yeah, like if I had a friend here with me to help me with this, this would probably be a little easier. But that isn't the case right now. I forgot what I was going to say while I was climbing that. Like, the best time to grab it would be around there when it's taking a... Why is it off on its own now? You're so close! Okay, I'm gonna try and make for the cloud wall. Oh, man, please! Oh. With full chimpanzee there. Okay, we got it. I thought we weren't gonna get it today. I was giving up all hope. All hope, and I was ready to start getting ready to go to the light mending stuff. Man, why did it come down? That's another question. Just like, why did it decide to did it just need me to stare at it for a while? Why? In my humble opinion, I do not know why this was a decision that was made. At the same time, I am very happy. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I have no idea why it decided to come down. Let's just get out of here. Let's just forget this. Let's get out of here. Move on to the next one. Move on to the next one. Jimmy, where's the next one? I want to check something. So this guy is apparently somewhere in the town. Is he somewhere in the bazaar? I didn't even think of that. Like, I'm looking for him out here as some sort of, like, active spirit character, and I don't see him anywhere. Is he somewhere in the bazaar? I never go in here. And if he is, can we use him to teleport? That would be very nice. Okay, we got the photographer. I have a feeling not, because the whole point is to kind of get him in here, maybe? Like these other ones? We got nothing there. I'm not seeing him here, so I don't think so. Oh, I never hear this track. Oh, this is a nice track. I just never hear this. This brings me very much back to Breath of the Wild, and a little bit of Skyward Sword, but very much Breath of the Wild. This is like the comforting theme for Hateno Village. I did listen to the Sky soundtrack. It has 4 volumes, and weirdly enough, I just kind of skimmed through it because it's literally like 165 tracks or something crazy like that. That's available at least right now. And I could not find the theme for Avery Village, the dun dun dun, like the main theme for the game, kinda. I could not find it. We're just gonna go back to the Ark the regular way. So I'm not sure if it's actually on those soundtracks or not. I listened to like a minute of them each, and I was like, okay, that's that song, that's that song, that's that song. Really good soundtrack. I love the music for this game. As the audio decides to glitch there. Classic. Alright, so the next one is for Purple Light. And it is said they hoard ancient secrets. Upon returning the light... Okay, that is going... I don't know what's going to happen with this stuff. I'm just trying to see, like, the Purple Light is in the Vault of Knowledge inside... Oh, it's in the archives! They were devious with this! Oh, man, putting it in, like, the weird in-between area between Isle of Mists and the Prairie, then putting it in the Bird's Nest, and the next one is in the archive. That is devious. These are all places I personally just at least never go to. I go to the Bird's Nest to go to the Sanctuary Islands, but it's just kind of a pass-through area for me most of the time. And it was still, like, it was still kind of annoying with how high up it was. I really thought we weren't going to get that. I thought we were going to have to abandon this questline. Why is my character having a moment? You good? You good? I don't know what's going on with my character, but it's kind of demonic, and I think that's great. I have never seen that before. You guys put it in the archive. Holy crap. That so much of... If I didn't have this list right now, so much of today would be such a waste of just running around aimlessly. Because I would have went to the vault, inherently with it being purple and what the riddle is, I would have went to the vault and did the whole vault. I would have done the whole vault. That would take probably around 40 minutes to 50 minutes or so. And then I would have went to the Repository of Refuge. And then after that, I would probably check out things like the theater. The archive is a place I don't go to. Not because it's bad or anything. It's just out of the way. It's more out of the way than this place. So that's just at least for me personally, the archive is out of the way more than this. I just don't ever care to go there. It's a small area. It's annoying to get into with the door it has. There's nothing of interest there. So saying that it's in the archive is just devious to me. That's amazing. All right, let's get this wrapped up. Yeah, I'm keeping this list open because if it's stuff like that, then I know I'm gonna need it, so we can finish this within an hour. Oh, greenery. Now this is just making me want to replay Flower. Purple light is said to hoard ancient secrets. Yeah, I would have went through the whole vault. That blows my mind. I'm just thinking, like, we would have went on such a field trip that would end in nothing. Oh, okay. Let's go to the archive. Oh, are the dailies here then? Oh, I've already done them. Okay. I was like, I know I did a bunch of stuff earlier. Yeah, just getting in here is fiddly. And there's not much to do in here once you get the spirit in here, there's not much to do. Okay, once again, it's like, just let me in. Let me in, please. Thank you. Alright, I'm curious. Where is the next one after this? I love what the controller is doing on its own right now. The next is the orange light. They offer warmth in times of cold. You can find the orange light in the Boneyard of the Hidden Forest. The Boneyard of the Hidden Forest. I know what that is, but where is it? Forest Brook, Courtyard, Clearing. Oh, the end. Yeah, once again, it's like the Boneyard of the Hidden Forest. First off, it's easy to mistake that wordage with the graveyard in the wasteland, and it being orange light, I wouldn't have thought of it being in the Boneyard of the forest. What was the riddle again? They offer warmth in times of cold. Yeah, we would have went on some sort of adventure here in the valley again. With the orange light, orange is a color used thematically through the valley, and it being cold, I would have assumed it was somewhere through this. We would have went through the whole valley probably looking for that. But apparently it's here in the Boneyard of the Forest, which is still at the back end of the forest, but... That's wild. They really, really went wild with this. Golly, man. And we just saved like an hour doing that. Imagine going through the whole vault for like 50 minutes and then just coming in here after wasting all other leads and just collecting it right there. I would be so bummed. I would be so bummed and broken. This list is actually kind of saving my day right now, because if we just went on these wild goose chases, that would not be very cash money, in my opinion. I do like the description for this place. I've never really paid attention to that. I'm not aware of how, like, visible that even is on, like, mobile devices or anything. But, like, there's always that little really tiny script below the introduction to an area. And the one for this place is... This is a barren wasteland or whatever. Beyond this lies the Vault of Knowledge. It totally overshadows the fact of this place has no value at all. Just get to the vault. Pretty much is the messaging there. For this area, it's just like, yeah, this place is a dump. Go to the vault. It's past this place. Just ignore everything you're seeing here. Everybody's dead. The cool place is right behind this. That's where all the cool cats go. Oh, come on. Thank you. I do like how the texture for the pattern on the boats like these is not linked to the boat itself. You can see it kind of move up and down as if it were floating alongside the boat, because it's not really like properly textured to the boat itself. Does it even have it on this model? I don't think it doesn't. It's not even on this model for the boat. Yeah, it's like a weird separate floating texture or something. And it's not just this one either. It does it on the one that goes to Treasure Reef as well. Once again, just another weird, like... I don't want to say glitch, but just, like, development decision that seems like it wasn't thought through. I'm not gonna lie, seeing the arc covered in all that stuff and how colorful it's getting here, it's kind of making me want to replay Concrete Genie already again, even though I just played it a few months ago. That's really wild saying I played it a few months ago. I played it back in October, yeah, but to me, I still have that game in my head, man. It's the same with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, though. I haven't played Valhalla in a few months. Actually, almost half a year at this point. Maybe half a year. Oh, jeez. But it still doesn't feel like that. It feels like I played it maybe like a month or so ago. Same with Mirage. I need to get back to Mirage. Okay, we're getting closer to the end of this. It's looking pretty snazzy. You know, for a destroyed ship in the middle of an oasis desert area. It's looking pretty festive and cool. I'm liking it. The orange light, they offer warmth in times of cold. Yeah, I would have booked it. I would have absolutely booked it to the valley after just seeing that. When it is nowhere to be found there. Alright. Now we gotta go through the whole forest, pretty much. This'll actually be easier than going through the whole valley. Alright, we're just gonna beeline through. We're gonna skip any of the wax, any of the butterflies. Unless they're like this, where there's tons of them. Wow. Okay, that was a lot. I'm gonna recharge here for a moment. This is probably going to be the fastest time I have ever just run through the forest. Just skipping everything and beelining it to the back of it. I normally spend like an hour in here. Anywhere from like 45 minutes to an hour getting every single little thing that I can. It's a really alright place when you have enough wings and light to like navigate it well and survive the rain without really thinking about it. But when you're playing here, when you're at a lower level, quote-unquote, it is kind of a bit of a dreary place to be. Alright, so we're looking for some light. I'm actually going to turn off the rain so we can navigate this place without having to think about or deal with it, because I have no idea where this sphere is going to be. Alright. I'm kind of glad we did that because it looks like it's in a really annoying spot, actually, now that we see it. So, we're gonna try and get to it. Okay. That ended up being a bit easier than I thought it would be. Let's get out of here. Alright, what is next? I think that's the last one, actually. Is it? Yeah, that seems to be the last one. We'll see. Yeah, so when we seriously, this would have been such a headache. I'm just gonna flat out say that. If we went through all these other areas that I would have assumed that these lights were supposed to be in and found nothing, I would have been so annoyed. They were devious with this one, really. So I'm kind of happy I ended up being a bit more assertive with just, you know, looking up where are these things. I don't care about like finding them on my own. This is just Where's Waldo. It doesn't really matter. Heck, in the mission tree they could have said find the light in this specific area like they do with the dailies a lot of the time. And it still would have been like, okay, I still have to go to this area and find it. It's not like I'm annoyed at the design or anything. It's just like, yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't waste, like, 45 minutes, 55 minutes doing that. I do have a schedule. And apparently this is supposed to be the last one. Okay. That's the weird thing with there being a dark dragon back there. I don't know why it's supposed to be back there, or actually why it's just there in the first place. Maybe... I always skip the cutscene for entering here, so I'm not sure if that has something to do with it, because you do pass through there on the cutscene. But... like, I've been back up in there. I expected there to be, like, a Child of Light in that... Whoa. Someone was glitching there. Okay. I expected there to be like a Child of Light back there or something interesting. I found nothing back in that area. I think I talked about that before at some point, but... wow, the Ark looks amazing now. But yeah, I found nothing back there. So, I don't know. It's just a lonely dark dragon. I just don't know why he likes to hang out by the rocks instead of over here where the party is. It's kind of a nice thing he's not here. He'd be a party pooper. I was about to say, if that was supposed to be me clapping, I couldn't see my character. Well, it all looks good. What do you have to say, man? Oh, you get a hug at the end. I have unlocked hugging this guy. Oh, that's weird. He doesn't hug you back. What? There we... it's kind of awkward. It doesn't really match the models, but it's a try. It is certainly an attempt to animate one of these characters hugging. Okay. Well, the arc's done. So that is massive for me, because this has not been done the whole time I've played the game. Alright. It's just the quest line to get it done was really, really weird. I don't think it was bad, but man, it would have been such a waste of time. It would have been such a waste of time not knowing where these things were. So I'm really, really glad that that didn't happen. I'm really glad that that didn't happen. Okay. Nice. You know, it's so nice. I'm gonna take a photo. I'm gonna try to take a photo. Prop is not equipped. Why? When did my camera go away? Man. Whatever. Whatever. We'll use something else for the thumbnail for this video then. Maybe one of the cutscene images. Why is my camera missing? That's the second time in the past couple days where my camera has just been inexplicably missing from my character. Thank you. Okay, that... We're gonna go back to the steward and see what they have to say. I believe that this is a quest line that is involved with them. I can't say for certain, but I believe so. Wait. Are they the dude who's in here? Are they the dude in this place? Oh my god, they are. There we go. I was like, we're gonna have to, like, do that for it to work. I knew that they had to be somewhere in town, because if they're one of these for the steward, then you have to do that complete check with them. Okay. We're at a final crossroads, it seems. He's regained his true power as the main antagonist. We have found Eden. I like how the light mending character just doesn't know what to do in this situation. Fireworks? What is that? See how you can help the new village visitor. Suspicious. Very suspicious. Whoa. You look interesting. Hey, you have my outfit. Except mine's more goth than yours. Yours is more raspberry. Okay, we're gonna possibly interact with this person after I do the light mending stuff for the day. I want to do the light mending stuff, get that out of the way. This might be quick, it might not be, I don't know. Is it the light mending guide in the oh, I was like, wait, why is he not? It's because we're not there. All right. Yeah, I'm debating whether or not after this, if we want to try taking a look at the new quest line, or maybe seeing if Shu, this new player I interacted with last night, if they're on and maybe doing something with them. We'll take a look at that. We might see if Shu is online, and if not, then we'll just see what the other quest line is about. Discover how the Sparkle Scope helps with light mending daily lanterns. Where is it? I see the star. It's up there. The Sparkle Scope reveals the location of a missing fragment. That's very pointless, in my opinion, because you're just going to be running around the environment anyway looking for them. So, sure, that's cute, I guess. I feel like now they may be trying really hard to, make the devices for the light mending stuff relevant. That seems, that feels like a very, like, that's a great idea, throw it in anyway, kind of thought. I've enjoyed the light mending stuff thoroughly this whole time. But that is the first time I felt like, you know, that device doesn't seem really interesting or helpful. Alright, we got one piece. The One Piece is real. Alright, let's move on to the next. There is one directly below me. Two directly below me. You know, it's also kind of nice to get one of these maps for these things and actually find them. That has consistently been kind of a problem with the light mending stuff, just as, like, a multiplayer experience. Like, you do have people who find all of them, but then they don't find one of them. And then you're kind of left in that map not knowing where anything really has been or is. There's one way back behind the start area over here. I don't think anybody's seen it yet. Nope, someone's getting it. Okay. Because that's the thing, from... Oh, there's one over there. I see it. From playing and recording these sessions, if you have watched all of these, it's been very clear that, like, the light mending stuff is kind of hit or miss of, like, do I actually help with it today? Why are we continually going up? That is actually really annoying. Stop it. Oh, jeez, man. Okay, they got that one. We got this one. Yay, we got the last one. But yeah, if you've watched, like, all of these light mending parts, which has been most of the playthrough as well, since it happened to correlate with this season going on. But, Yeah, it's really hit or miss. It's either like today we just kind of fly around and gabber, or we actually do a lot of the gameplay side of this. It's a really mixed bag. Overall, it's a great idea. I think it's executed all right. It's really just a player per player kind of experience thing, though. Okay, we got one up here. There's also, like, the candle... There's still an amount of candles here, but they're spread out in a way that makes them less of a distraction from actually doing the light mending, I feel like. At least in this map. Because there were some maps where I just did not care about any of the crystals, and I just saw candles everywhere, and I was going for the candles instead. Maybe that was just me that day, but yeah. There's one. Yeah, I don't know what this ability of just, like, instant flight, like, just infinite flight is. Like, why are we getting it? It has to be one of these light mending tools doing that, I assume. It's a kind of annoying ability, to be honest. It's great in, like, regular gameplay, but... Is there one in that? There's one in that sphere. Oh, man, I'm surprised nobody's gotten that. It was the last one, too. Alright, yeah, we did a good job today on that. A really nice, quick light mend. You love to see it. Alright, enjoy your existence in a cube. You have light mended today's lantern. This light mending device can now be used to light mend daily lanterns. Sure. Okay. Okay, we have 19 candles right now. The Pioneer is done. I don't believe that was on part last time, but from the daily lantern, well, daily lanterns, from the daily candles I've been getting, we have finished the Pioneer. The only person... Oh, the Pioneer and the Champion are done. Clarify that. The Champion is also now done from getting candles. So the only person left is the Scholar, which we need 25 to get this hood. And then once we get the heart from the scholar, then we will be able to get the cape, I believe, this, from the guide. So for the light mending stuff, that's kind of the course of the events. Just wrapping up the scholar over the next few weeks and wrapping up the remainder of whatever quests are left with the light mending. All right. I am very happy that went quickly. Oh yeah, there's this thing. What is this? 28 days to go. What do you mean? Why is there a month-long countdown on this? What do you mean? Do I have to look this up now? I'm just like, this is something I would probably look up later, but I would prefer to look it up on part. The Hopeful Steward. We're just looking up what this is, because I don't really care to wait a whole month to figure out what this is, if it's going to stay here in the game. Okay, where is... Okay, so... this. So this might be relevant to the person that we found. Okay. So which person is this? There is two branching paths for this, it seems. Which person is this? This is the passage guide. So this is technically quest number 9, and we skipped over quest 8, I think, by not clicking on it. We might be able to still click on it and do it, but... So quest 9... Let's see. I want to see the end of quest 7, then. Okay, at the end of quest 7, which is what we just did today, here the enchantment guide summons a large glowing staff that is used for Avery's Fireworks Festival finale. Huh. The finale. Okay. Every 4 hours in Avery Village, starting December 12th, 2023 to December 17th, 2023. Okay. Oh, okay. This is once again, this is a really contextual type thing. Okay, I'm glad I looked this up. So this used to be, that staff is for a fireworks event. That used to be a special event in the middle of December during 2023, apparently. At the bottom of this passage about that, while Avery's Firework Festival is not currently planned to return, going forward since 2024, the firework finale itself will be usable on the first day of each month during the same 4-hour rotation, just in case you want to celebrate a little festival magic again with friends. Okay, so that staff is not relevant. That's the important take out of that for me. I don't have to care that much about the staff, even though it looks like it's a very important quest type thing. Apparently it's like the ending of some sort of event that happened almost 3 years ago. And now it's kind of just like a special, remember this type event, which explains why it's in the shape of a snowflake. I was wondering about that. I was like, that looks like a snowflake. So 28 days, yeah, so I won't be able to even use that until like the start of April, like April 1st. April Fool's Day, funny enough. Okay. Good to know. Let me see what this guy is about. They are the passage guide. In the 9th and final quest, a new statue shrouded in darkness will appear in the village outside the hair salon. They have 5 quests from the Season of Passage. The Passage Guide offers to take the player directly to the Isle of Dawn. So this guy is the last main spirit to help. I'm not going to look any more at it. I'm not going to read any further on it after that. At least right now. Can we start the 8th quest as well? It looks like we can. Oh god, why is it looking towards Eden? Oh, they're all the way over there. Who is this? In the 8th quest, a new statue shrouded in darkness has appeared behind the village on a little island near the clouds left of the Eden portal. Lighting it will reveal the Flight Guide, who offers you their gratitude and a request. To help the new visitor, you must complete all 5 quests of the Season of Flight. The Flight Guide offers to take players through the wind paths where their quests take place. Once you have finished, return to Avery Village and speak with the Flight Guide again, and again, and again, and again to complete their quests. Next, speak with the helpful steward. The cloud tunnel will open up behind the village. This tunnel serves as a new pathway to the wind paths, allowing the player to travel freely between the wind paths and Avery Village. Finally! I've been wondering what that tunnel is behind the village because I see it. I've seen it since I started this game. I'm 160 hours into this game, and I don't have this open yet. Like that, I'm well aware that this is some sort of, like, doorway over here that I just have not had access to. That. You could see the invisible wall for it. Apparently it gets opened up with this. Oh, that's amazing. There is so much progress happening here today. Alright, we're at least going to start this one. I don't know how much we're going to do of it. I would like to get this wind tunnel open so I can just go here whenever I can. The spirits have been waiting for someone like you to arrive. You mean someone who can't stop playing this game? Sure. Sign me up, man. Right, and I haven't been able to go through there either. The wind paths that connect the realms together are blocked. I feel like this is going to open up so many shortcuts. I feel like it will. I hope it does. I'm totally fine. Once again, it's like I've played way too much of this game at this point compared to other games that I normally play. I am totally fine going through the whole game top to bottom again just to get from place to place. But if I could save a few minutes by making it a little quicker, that would be interesting. Distribute candles to the spirits to bring back the wind paths. Bring light back to the wind paths. Okay. Black candles, those are new. Deliver this candle to the tinkering chimesmith. Okay, I'm liking this. I am liking whatever is going on with this. I also like this music. This is new music for me. Dun 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 dun. It's very chanty. Ooka chaka, ooka chaka. I've got a feeling. I'm high on believing. Yeah, this is lovely. The Talented Builder. Come on. There we go. Oh, the music here is just going off, man. Oh, this is so good. The Lively Navigator. They would be over there, I think. Nope, they're up there. Okay. I was gonna say, which one? I love myself a good oboe. Wait. Just go to the Light Whisper? I didn't even go pick up the candle. Okay, whatever, sure. It works. It just works. You found all the pieces. Do you want to take them back to finish this activity? Yeah? Question mark? Okay. I'm not gonna lie, this is that right there is probably going to be the thumbnail. Where are we at? 119. I just like that image a lot. The gateway with the spirit next to it. Good framing. Ooh. New stuff. Okay, okay. Oh, it looks pretty in there. That's the thing, I've played this game so much that I'm a little desensitized to how actually beautiful this game is. Like, I see it on a daily basis, so I'm a little desensitized to it at that point. But I think back to when, that's the thing, when I'm shown something new like that in there, I'm reminded, like, you know, this game is so beautiful. Like, I know it's beautiful, but it's just like, oh, it looks so beautiful. Just that first impression again. Just like, oh, it looks so beautiful, man. It's like looking at a painting for the first time. A lot of the, like, looking in there, all I can think of is, like, Fantasia from Disney. I remember saying that for a few places in the first video, the first part, when I started playing this. That was something I consistently was just thinking, like, man, this looks like Fantasia. It just looks so beautiful. I still highly think that of this game. Utterly, that's partially why I'm still playing it, is it's just an utterly beautiful game. Utterly beautiful game. But I see it every day, so, like, I don't think about it as much, because I just enjoy it. That's a way to get spoiled on art. That's funny. Which is also why I want that art book. There should be a way to reconnect these islands together. It's funny to me in this game in the sense of its progression, like for the user base that it gets. I understand there's probably tons of people who like create an account in this game, play like maybe the first area, and then leave and never touch it again. But on PlayStation, you can see that's the thing. I'm not sure if this is just worldwide with all platforms or not, but PlayStation's trophy system shows you the statistics of how people play the game, kind of. And most people who download this game on PlayStation don't even get past the Isle of Dawn. That's like half of the player base gets past the Isle of Dawn. Which is shocking to me compared to a lot of other games like Red Dead 2 or something. Normally that's like the second area of the game, which is still very long into Red Dead Redemption 2. That's like 10 hours into Red Dead Redemption 2, and people then kind of drop off of the game at the start if they don't feel like obviously a lot of people play Red Dead 2, and it's weird comparing Red Dead 2 this game to Red Dead 2's like player base, but it just happens. It's the same with like Ghost of Tsushima or Uncharted or anything like that. It's like a lot of people will like play like the first 10 hours of a game, and if it's still going, they often drop off. That kills off like half of the player base, and then the people who play through the rest of the game tend to be like that other 0.5% of the players. Normally. Not every game. With this game, it's like 50% people 50% of people drop off after the Isle of Dawn, which is really shocking to me. But that's, once again, it's like I don't know if that's just like, I don't know if that's incorporating people who use phones or Switch or Xbox. If this is on Xbox, I still don't know, actually. But if not, that's still just like a really high percentage of people regardless. It would make more sense if it included like mobile users, because I bet there's a lot of people who download this game on a mobile device, play it for like a few minutes or so, and then just don't play it after like 20 minutes. I know plenty of people like that who will download a whole ass game on their phone, like Pokemon Go or something, play it for like 20 minutes, and then just never touch it again because they didn't vibe with it or something. But yeah, the trophy list, I think I brought this up before, but the trophy list for this game is pretty wild, and just like how small the user base like does things. Like touching a Dark Dragon tail is a trophy in this game. And that's like a 1%. That's like a 0.9 or a 1% kind of completion thing. And that's one of the higher ones. And that is literally just touching a Dark Dragon's tail. That's not that hard of a thing to do. I don't know. Once again, I've talked about this before. It's like I'm really interested in like the statistics, the finances, the directing for this game, the whole shebang. Did I not just do this? I'm just gonna skip that and go back here because I'm pretty sure we just did that mission. I can also feel my throat starting to give out, so we will be wrapping it up soon. Oh, okay, I know where that is. Okay. Do we have to go there in the forest, or what? Fly through the clouds to bring back the bow. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know where that is. I took some photos there, actually, recently for just, like, some stock images for the thumbnails and my playthrough of the game so far. That's funny. I was just there, like, a few days ago. I didn't pay attention. I was, before, I was gabbing, so... Okay, we got some interesting stuff in here. Oh, it is so weird going through these giant wind tunnels like this. You go through a few of them through the main core of the game, but encountering ones that you've not been in before is just kind of interesting and wild. Yeah, I was just here a few days ago. Okay. Maybe I'll use that image for the thumbnail for this, actually. I don't intend to, but if the image that I want to use from this gameplay doesn't work out, then I probably will. I just took like a photo of me like doing a pose up here with the camera angled like this. Or something. That's funny. Deja vu. Rebuild the boat by finding the missing pieces. Alright. In the footage with Shu that I'll throw in at the end of this, I actually did a mission kinda similar to this for them. It didn't seem to pertain to me in my playthrough, I don't think. But I helped them out with something that they were trying to do that was kind of similar to this in the forest. Yeah, they want us to go all the way up, huh? Okay, so we got one over there. I think it's just one more? No, there's one more. Yeah, we're not going to do all of these today, but this is fantastic for essentially allowing us to open up some extra paths. That is very nice. Yeah, some really good progress today. This is fantastic. I'm going to see what the next one is, but I think that's going to be mostly it. I do want to check in on Shu and see whether or not if they're playing or not. And if they are, then we might be invading a little bit. And I don't intend to do anything like playthrough-y, if and that is the case, but it would be kind of fun just to kind of like see what they're doing. I don't know. Alright, we got that done. Get some hearts. Oh. What happened here? Okay. High five. Once again, they tried their hardest. The models don't really the animations like that are geared more for like the players and not these extra spirits, the regular ones. Because the height difference makes them a little awkward. Chimes have been mysteriously going missing lately. We got a chime thief. Oh, it's the birds stealing them. That's funny. I mean, I guess we can do this one real quick since the platform is here. May as well. May as well. Get the chimes back from the birds that have carried them away. Right. This is a very Superman 64 Nights into Dreams, Knight's Journey of Dreams mission. I approve. I love Knights. I hate Superman. Oh boy. We got stuck in the clouds. Okay, where's the next one? Down below? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay. Keep hitting the walls. That's gotta hurt. No, go down, thank you. Just got in here. Man, hitting the walls like this, I'm just like, oh, why does it hurt me? Why must I suffer such pain? Okay, so next... Oh, there's some in those tunnels. Okay. We're going in. Oh, well, no, not yet. There's still one down here. These tunnels are so fast, and we got hit. We rear-ended the stupid flying cart now. What are the odds? Oh, that's amazing. Once again, I'm just liking all this new music. There's a nice smooth saxophone in there. Come on, let me pass through. Let me get that. Thank you. Okay, where's the next one? We got another one over here. We got another one floating down there. We'll get to you in a second, good sir. Yeah, this is a very, like, Knight's Journey of Dreams mission. I want a new Knight's game, man. I've been meaning to play Knight's Journey of Dreams for a while. I also have Nights into Dreams. I covered the Nights into Dreams, like, magazine demo disc years ago, or whatever it was. I still have it. I love my Sega Saturn. But, yeah, I would love a new Nights game. Okay, there's another two that are still back here, it seems. I think that's all of them out here. I hope that's all of them out here. It's right there. I know that the current CEO of Sega loves Knights, and occasionally has pitched the idea to make a new Knights game. I've heard that, though, for like 10 years at this point. To my understanding, the board at Sega just does not care for it, and doesn't want to put down the money to make a new one. They just don't think it's viable after Journey... Like, Journey of Dreams sold pretty well on the Wii, but it didn't sell Sonic well. And of course, Sega right now is still just banking on Ryoga Gotoku's Yakuza stuff. And they have the new Jet Set Radio coming out, and apparently a new Crazy Taxi that we haven't seen much of in the past, like, what, 2 years now or something? So, I think Sega's really trying to just bank on Jet Set Radio and Yakuza at the moment for, like, their current, what they intend to put out now. Sonic, I don't even know what's going on with Sonic right now, and I'm a Sonic fan, so I really don't care to look into it. I liked Frontiers. I never finished Frontiers. Someday would I like to finish Frontiers? Sure, but I don't intend to right now. It is not on my mind. Okay. I'm not sure what this did. Oh, did it just open up even further in the wind tunnels? Something seems wrong with some of the wind paths. We're going to be finishing all of this today, aren't we? Even though I said that we were done. It's one of those moments, huh? Well, we'll see how far we go with this. We might beat it. Oh. That's foreboding. You have got to be kidding me. My character has it right. What are you talking about right now? Oh, did we open like a wind path to the wasteland and now the evil is coming through it? If so, that would make sense. I know that there is like some sort of tunnel entrance exit there towards like the Ark or something, I think. that I've not been able to really do anything with. Navigate through the wind path and save any trapped creatures. What do you mean by trapped creatures? You mean like those birds that are hilariously rotating? Oh, that is funny. They look so ridiculous. Whoa. Game, stop messing with my camera. Stop messing with my camera, game. You know what? We're gonna go this way. We're not gonna go the left path. We're gonna go on the right path. Yeah, the camera seems to be having some weird kind of jankness to it with this orientation. It's not playing super nice with the flight system. It's held together with Scotch tape. This one's a pretty uneventful one as well, weirdly enough. It's just kind of quiet, and you're just trying to collect these birds, which are essentially just the crystals from the Valley minigames. It's a little weird. For a event where it's supposed to be like, oh, the darkness is getting in here and things are dangerous, it's just some floating rocks and some nondescript gem collecting, quote unquote. If anything, it's kind of slow because of the way that you kind of have to navigate around this to get all of these. Okay, where's the There's like 2 or something left? There's 1. There's 2. There's the other one. Yeah, this tunnel does not want you to go this way. Oh, man. Oh, there's one more somewhere. There it is. Yeah, weirdly low-key and just kind of really jank mission. For what it's supposed to be. I thought we were honestly going to be, like, trying to, like, evade, like, some sort of stealth mission, like evade a Dark Dragon or do something like that. I'm kind of glad it wasn't, but still a really weird mission. Alright, we may as well just do this all. We're in this deep. Creatures of light have been calling for help. It's the giant manta. Rescue the trap mantas and clear away the darkness. Okay. I am going to assume that they're going to throw a dark dragon in here. I kind of hope they do, actually. As annoying as it would be for me, it would make this a lot more of a risk and an interesting plot development to this. It would give some actual risk. If the game wants to... Thank you. Okay, there appears to be 3 of these. I have a feeling there's not going to be a dark dragon on these, but... we'll see. Whoa. Depth perception. And yeah, the clamp for the pop filter is actually kind of starting to annoy the left side of my head. So after this, we probably will be done. Because I still have not gotten a foam pad to kind of cover that. Like I said I was going to get last time. I just have not gotten around to that. Okay, this is the last one. What are we dealing with here? Okay, we're gonna go for... well, we're not gonna go for the top guy now because we ran out of flight. We're gonna run out right there. Yep. We need more light. Alright. Well, once again, it's like these things are so dark, I can't see, like, their geometry, really. I thought that was more of a cliffside and less of just a flat wall. We good? I don't know why the game just chose to do that, but sure. Complete. All right, we ended up doing the Wind Path quest line as well, I guess. That was kind of unintentional for today, but you know, why not? Big progress today. Very, very big progress. And next time we'll probably be doing Chapter 9, the last one. I have no idea what that one's about. We might be. I'm not giving a guarantee, but we'll see what's going on with it. We'll be doing some more light mending in that part. Very good work today. And then they all were raptured. Once again, just the awkward height difference. Okay. So, I'm gonna use this real quick and see where the back of it is and what it does. Yeah, I feel like if they threw a Dark Dragon in there at the end to kind of make things more of a risk, that could have been interesting, but for my reasons, I'm kind of glad that they didn't for making it just easier. But they very well could have. I personally would have done that. I would have threw one of those in there just to be a nuisance and to make it more scary and things, but you know. Okay, where... Okay, so all of these paths, it's almost like, oh, what is this? This kind of reminds me of Kingdom Hearts' Gumi Ship map system. A little bit, like you're flying through these tunnels and paths to get to different parts of the map. Well, the game, essentially, not the map, but... Yeah, this just reminds me of, like, the Kingdom Hearts Gumi Ship system. Alright, let's take this one and see where it takes us, and then we'll go back to the village. And it took us to Sanctuary Islands. Nice. Yeah, this tunnel is one that I've been like, there has to be a way to get in there or use it or things like that. And finally, I have an answer and an ability to use them. Okay. Well, that's great. And that's the thing, that'll benefit me when I'm, like, not recording things as well, so that's just really nice. We fixed up the arc, and we unlocked the wind paths. And we did the light mending. 3 really big things for today. I think I'm just going to grab the big candle that's over at this island, and then we're going to teleport down. Well, back to the village. My voice is getting kind of tired, and my head is starting to hurt from this headset, from the way that I have it set up. And we missed the candle, lovely. There we go. I'll just grab the other one because we're here already too. Yeah, fantastic. While we're here, we're going to take a look in that upper cave area again anyway, since we're here, and just see if there's any weird social posts. We'll have a little bit of that today. See if anybody... Ooh. That looks delicious. See if anybody has been cooking up anything interesting. Alright. We have some boats. I have no idea what that says. I have no idea what that says. Oh, we got a live one. Should I let go? Should I give up on friendship I love because they seem disinterested in keeping it and no longer match my energy and effort? It hurts. I'm lost. There are no comments on this one. Oh, no, there are comments. If they no longer appreciate the time you share, then maybe it's time to let it go. Of fucking course it will. Wow, nice abbreviation to put in Sky, whoever this is. It will hurt, but staying will hurt more. This is it. Does it keep going? This way you will get to grow as a person. That's a heck of a way to put it. Like, true. But at the same time, that end statement of, bro, you'll gain experience points from this is just like that's a really short-sighted way of viewing this stuff, and really, that's a really shallow way of putting it. Just like, bro, it didn't work out. You'll learn from this. Just like, okay, I know you guys don't know each other. I don't know who you guys are either, but that's a really weird way to put it at the end there. If they leave you when you're expressing yourself, they may be a fake friend. When you're happy and they switch your mood immediately. When you're happy and they switch your mood immediately, you may be concerned that they are not a good friend. Trust me, I have a friend like that. Okay? And then I don't know what this is. I think that was Swedish. Was this Scandinavian? That was either Finnish or Swedish. I don't know. I saw an umlaut in there. Secret. You have a very odd-looking avatar. Okay, it's the Days of Fortune music box. This is a place where our souls can rest. Don't drag me back to reality. Here I can be an innocent and lively little boy. Oh, okay. In reality, I can only be a strong man. There's no time to be sad. They don't even have the right to cry. Okay? I never show my negative side here. This music is really nice, right? You're going on some, like, deep interpersonal philosophy, like, you're going on, like, some inner monologue stuff, and then you're like, hey, this music's pretty nice, huh? That's the stuff I like. It's so good. And that's the thing. I'm not laughing at like how people like are feeling or anything like that. I thought about that last time when we were like doing this kind of stuff with that person venting about how like they had a car accident, like their dad died or something like that. That was really wild. I'm laughing at just like it's a nervous thing. It's just like haha, that's funny, kind of, nervous reaction thing. It's just like, okay, I don't know what this person is going to say next. It's funny, but it's not funny. I'm not laughing at them. I'm laughing at like the surrounding situation of we're in an MMO about like spirit children and stuff, and then people are just like trauma dumping in here. To me, that's actually kind of a really, really funny thing. But like I don't take what these people are saying like as a joke. I'm just like, no, this is somebody who is being very interpersonal. This is someone who is, they're trying to find a way to put their thoughts into a little message in a bottle, and this is a place for them to do it instead of like a diary or something. I get that. I totally get that. And I totally respect that. It is just kind of funny when you do pick up that message in a bottle and you read this stuff without context and anonymity and not knowing who these people are. That's a little funny, but it also isn't. Peaceful and quiet. Okay, you're going to play the harp. So it's a situation where the surrounding situation, the scope of like where we are right now, and you're choosing to do this is funny. What you have to say is not funny. It's more just like, oh, okay, dude. Because sometimes the stuff, especially whatever that one was last time that killed me because of how awkward it was to find that. Some of these things should probably stay with a therapist, because out of context to strangers like me to you, it's just really out of pocket, and you don't know how to react to that. You really don't know how to react to that. Whoa, somebody has been busy here. Okay. Okay, we're going to read these, and then we're going... Oh, there's actually a lot of people over here. Okay, that explains it. We're going to see what these are about, and then go back to the village. Once again, can't read that. There's a boat. We're going to see what the boat says. Cannot read that at all. Okay, we're going to go back. Yeah, it's just like, imagine, like, it's very much a, sir, this is a Wendy's kind of situation, just really out of pocket. If you're just going to, like, trauma dump in public and stuff like that, the reaction is going to be laughter in a way, because it's so extreme, but also just, like, frank and unexpected. Unless it's something that is just absolutely horrendous. If it's something just like, I'm having a bad day at work, my friends don't respect me so much, really petty kind of shit, where it's just like, I'm alone and lonely and stuff like that. To me, that's kind of funny, because that's kind of stuff that you obviously aren't really trying to fix. You're in here trying to vent that stuff. But, yeah. If it's stuff like whatever that was at like, I honestly, from that person, whoever that was who sent that stuff in here last time, that was just absolutely crazy stuff that they just vented in here. I still don't know I'll never know if that was real or not. Even in that moment, like, I'm laughing at it, but I'm also, like, authentically concerned, just like, are you okay? Do you need help? To my girl, Luna. Okay, piano. Piano. Something I can't read. Don't trust everyone. No shit. You see, it's stuff like that. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Just common sense, or just like faux deep-minded thinking kind of stuff. It's just like, don't trust everyone. Yeah, no shit. It's strangers. Did they not teach you stranger? The bottom comment. Did they not teach you stranger danger? Is true, but sad. I want to believe people have a good heart. Someone, yes. Ellipses. I don't know what the top one says, but it has the most votes. Yeah, like I'm a good guy, but like I've had guns to my head. I have been hit by a car. I'm well aware people are not good people. Good shared space. I wish I could share this view with you. That's a nice one. Like, I am very, very well aware that there are a lot of shitty people who purely do these shitty things because they don't know, they're not very conscious of themselves or reality, or things aren't working well for them, or there's a whole plethora of just reasons why people do stupid shit or are bad people. They do drugs, they do whatever have you. Personal issues, I don't know. I'm glad I'm not them. I'll just frankly say that. I'm just glad I'm not you. when it comes to that kind of stuff. To my dear husband. Now, is this a real husband or a figurative husband that you have in this game? I hope you have an amazing day, dear. I'm so glad we met when we did, and I look forward to all the years we can spend together. You are a truly important person to me, and I wouldn't trade it for the world, so please have an amazing day. Once again, is this a figurative husband that is your virtual husband in this game, or are they literally married to you? That's another one of those, like, socio kind of study things that fascinates me with this game, is because you encounter that a lot where people have like these vaguely anonymous, it's almost like Craigslist dating in a way, where it's like you just kind of meet someone anonymously in this game and you form a relationship parasocially with them, which is funny because we are about to go see what somebody else in this game is doing as a friend, but it's like there are people who like hardcore like get really attached to other people in this game. I've seen that enough to know it's a thing, and I'm assuming that's a thing to people who just play MMOs regularly, because they're, and I mean this in the nicest way, they're not going outside and talking with other people as much as a lot of people like me do. I mean that in the nicest way possible. It's just like, that's not your thing. I get that. You prefer to socialize online and stuff. That's fine in a way. Okay, they're not online. This is them, though. Oh, they changed their outfit a bit. Now they're goth. I did progress far enough along with their interactions, further than anybody else, I think, in the social chart for any of these characters. We got up to, like, hugging with hearts, and I'm able to send them heart gifts now. So, looks like that won't be happening. But I will be throwing the 50-ish minute footage of just silently playing the game last night with them after this. If you want to stick around and watch that, you can. It's just raw gameplay of the game. But, yeah, it was really fun. It was really nice. I don't play too much with other people in this game, and it was a little bit of a different vibe. I was vibing with it because they seemed to be kind of on my level of social interaction, for as much as, like, emote trees and stuff do. But it was nice. I think we'll just wrap this up by taking a quick look at the messages left at the start of the aisle, because these are just right here anyway. It's a very easy spot to leave a message. Okay, that person is just emoting. I don't know what this is. It seems to be another skip. 2. Oh, it's another skip. I don't know. My friend is suffering right now. Their fate is hard and I can't help them. I feel very bad and anxious about situations. I feel I'm a bad friend. You see, stuff like that is the stuff that, like, I don't feel like laughing at because of how awkward it is. This is purely just like a, oh shit, dude, that sucks. For a fact that you are concerned about them is telling that you actually truly care for them. You know, it's just called empathy. It's like being a normal human. You need a little braveness to show. You're not a bad friend. You're trying your best to support them. That's what matters. Yeah. Just the last comment. See, that's funny there. Just really, the really out-of-pocket random shit is funny. Don't know what that says. Yeah. But yeah, like that actual situation, that sucks, dude. I don't know who you are, but if that's real, I hope stuff gets better for him. I'm actually going to see what this is. What is this? A voice will guide you on this journey. It will be silent if you have muted the in-game music. Do I want to try this? I don't know if I care. I don't know if this is a setting that's going to be annoying and I have to like figure out how to turn it off or not. I'm not going to do it actually. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Tempting, but no. It's tempting just to see what it's about. Someone left a boat here. Don't know what it says. Someone left another boat here. Don't know what it says. Alright, well if that is it, we will be heading back. Is there anything else I want to do today? I'm just trying to think before, because last time there were a few things I was like, you know, that would be cool, but we just didn't do any. For Studio Ghibli lovers, oh boy, their music gets copyrighted hard on YouTube. Okay, that is not One Summer's Day, it's the other one. Dun, 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 dun. That's more like the overarching theme for the movie. For Spirited Away. More music. What is that? Oh, it's some grass. I was like, is that a window? No, it's just some grass. What is this? They seem to just be emoting, so I'm gonna ignore that. We're gonna take one last look in the therapy room, as I've officially just kind of named it in my head. I don't even actually know if this has, like, a real name to it. Oh, the Tranquil Garden, there it is! I was about to say, I don't know if this room even has an actual name, you know? I'm just calling it the therapy room because, you know, it's essentially the therapy room. I'm just tired of everything. Yeah. I see. Always remember, never... Okay. Always remember, never expect the world to as it appears to be. Dare to see what it could be. That's the second time in here we've read a message today where it's just, don't be naive. Okay, that one is nothing. I think, yeah, this one's just loading in the same batch again. The boats are interesting to me because they're a little bit more consistent in appearing. Someone put one way out here. I don't know what it says. Is anybody putting boats out here? Doesn't look like it. You know, after we take a look in here, it's funny because I'm always like, you know, we're not doing this kind of checking on like the social sphere of Sky. This is like the third time I've said that now, but we're doing it anyway because, you know, I still find it interesting. But after this, I want to take a look at the two weird kind of liminal cave spaces in Avery afterwards and see if anybody's left anything there. I haven't recorded a video in, I want to say maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks or something like that, so I'm curious if anything new has shown up there or not. Okay, we're not really getting anything on this side. These people all seem to be together. Oh, they're this person's photographing them. I see. Well, let me photograph you photographing them, and we'll have a photograph together. Alright, let's check those spaces. Alright, room number 1. Do we have anything? And that's the thing, like, there's space here for messages and also boats, so I'm kind of surprised I just never see anything in here. Or the other one on the other side. No way! Oh, I hope that this is in English. What do you have to say, deviant who chose to put a rhombus in here? Hello. Oh, man. I'll like it just because you chose to put this in here, but this ground really just does not want me to stay still. You have the same preset emotes that I have. I think it's the Cloud Sea is like weirdly interfering with my character. So I'm just going to stand over here. The first one of these that I see in this room, and it was not great. Okay. Oh, no, 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 there's another one. What? Let me in. Let me in. And I can't read it. Never mind. Okay, two. Two of them. Those are the first two I've ever seen there. One I could read and the other I could not. So what about the other side? That gives me hope. That gives me hope that people will continue to put stuff in these secret little rooms. If I can get into this one, where is it? Oh, there it is. It's so dark, I can't see this. We got a boat. I only want you. That's very... oh, is that cheese? Oh, this one was left by Wallace and Gromit, I guess. Maybe cheese is something that we made along the way. Wow, with a woe face. Okay, I think this boat is the only thing in here. Nope, there is... Is there one up here? There is one up here. And I can't read it. Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. Another one. And I can't read it. Alright, alright, alright. That's enough of poking around. Poking around with Sky. There is this thing going on with these spirits. We'll take a very, very quick look at it because, like I said, I kind of need to get going. But I got a bunch of free emotes from the spirits that are currently, like, littered around the treehouse here. Which I'm glad we found this recently. But, like, they have their own, like, quest trees and everything. This is, like, a limited event of sorts. It's not, like, something like the Days of Fortune or anything, to my knowledge. I kind of like that. Eh, screw it. We're getting the teardrop mask. I like it. But yeah, there's a bunch of these spirits in the tree right now. I don't know if I talked with you. I did. Okay. I'm just double checking if I've, like, missed talking to anybody. I think I've got them all. Yeah, if I seem kind of lower key now than when we started, why is this tree, like, split weirdly? You see this? Why is this a thing? Huh, that's weird. I don't think it's supposed to be like that. If I seem kind of lower key right now, it's just because my head hurts from my headset. So I'm just kind of actively in pain. I need to get a pad for this pop filter. Anyway, yeah, very, very successful day here in Sky today. Good story-related stuff. Good more. It's less story. It's kind of story. It's more progression. It's very solid progression in the core events of this game. And next time we'll continue a little bit more. I think we might do Chapter 9 with this character here. I'm not going to initiate anything with them until we do so. And we did the light mending. We'll do the light mending next time. And we'll see how it goes again. Yeah, still avidly enjoying this game a lot. Having some fun times with random strangers occasionally. Seeing the weird social stuff. And, just, you know, vibing. What's funny as well to me is that out of all of this crazy, the person that we went through Eden, the only time we did Eden on part 3 with, that was a month and a half ago, and they are still consistently, like, sending hearts and such daily. aside from Shu last night, they're the only other person out of any of these other people we've interacted with randomly for like one moment through the playthrough that have done so. They're the only person who's been sending me, like, you know, lighting my candle, which I do daily for everybody else. Like, they show up and I hit the square button to light their candle for them to get a little bit of some pieces of hearts. Or whatever. Or light. Whatever it is. And they're the only person who does that for me still. Aside from Shu last night. So, I just find that interesting. I'm just like, well, should I clean out all these other people who don't... Like, I see them playing. That's the other thing. You can come here and you can see who's actually, like, playing on the game right now. Nobody is right now. Any of my Discord friends? Nope. Nobody's playing right now, but... So, consistently you're like, okay, I see who cares about me. Crazy cares about me. Which, you know... What is this? No? Creative challenge, ecstatic dance. Ecstatic dance. Favorite games. This person looks like Santa Jesus. Okay. I have no idea what that's all about. I thought that that memory was about to crash the game. Good day to my friends. You paid $20 for a plushie. Not even a real one. I think we'll just end it by sleeping in this cup. Okay. So thank you for watching. This is a weird way to end this. This is a really weird way to end this. Thank you for watching, Sky. As I take a bath and some tea, I need to have some tea myself for my throat. I'm tired. Thank you for watching. We'll continue next time. Have a good night.